Okay, so I said this one was going to be short, and I meant it. Before we go anywhere else, we're going to go to the Pine Basin. Pine Barrens, rather. The Shaded Basin. And what we're going to do there is, we're not going to do every quest. Not yet, anyway. We can do some of these quests way later in the game when they're much easier. But for now, we'll be heading north into the Pine Barrens and getting 2 devotion shrines. That's the main goal of what we're doing here. It isn't actually to do quests, but we'll be doing some of the quests incidentally. We'll be shutting some of them off so that they don't show up on the active quests sidebar. Whenever we get to the one that involves Tyrant's Hold, at a minimum. It looks like our weapon is significantly more effective. I like to think that's because of the elemental exchange upgrades, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Now, I'm not too worried about getting the entire map yet, because we kind of just will as a matter of course going through this area. I'll run up here real quick. I'm trying to remember the layout in my head, like what the most effective way to clear the map is. And I think, yeah, it's to go up here next. And I think I mentioned it whenever we first saw these, but the manticores we'll be seeing a lot of the Pine Barrens. As you can tell, I think it shows it on the thing that one of the quests we've got here actually is for a matriarch manticore, for a manticore matriarch. Yes, out here in the jagged waste. Okay. Now you know the deal. We're gonna be out here looting and shooting, rooting and tooting, scooting and pooting our way across the landscape.
That skill's not ready.
Now the thing about manticores is, if I'm not sure if all of their attacks do poison damage, but they do poison damage, and it's pretty bad. So they can be rather dangerous. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. But they can be rather dangerous. So ideally, before we take on their matriarch, we'll have this area sort of locked down. Just putting that town portal there so that when, not if, when we end up eating dirt, it's not a long journey back. Now, I just kind of want to get the area around here, like the perimeter, cleared. I want to be extra careful not to risk getting Mogara, or whatever her name is, aggroed to me. As you can see there, they're doing some damage. Some real damage. Yeah, okay, I think I managed to evade Mogara for now, which is great.
I can't do that.
Now, if we just continue around this edge, we'll end up near the shaded basin. Or rather, in the shaded basin. Where is it? There we go. I just wanted to get all the way around the perimeter of the jagged waste on the west side, so that we can begin filling out the east side, and then we can get into Morgana's area and the central region. Take care of her quest. Yo, that's way too close to death.
Can't do that.
That's a little silly that that healer was healing a manticore, but alright. Okay.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, I think that's... No, that's... Huh. Is that a healer? Is that a witch doctor? Well, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? He's not a threat, is what he is. Excellent. Okay, so if we round this out over here, we've got almost the whole area of the jagged waste and pine barrens scouted out. What the... Okay, I don't want this guy scoring a critical hit on me. There we go. I'm glad that we got the extra loot bag. It's kind of coming in handy already. We're almost there, folks. Almost there. Just a couple more herd of manticores to deal with our trusty rifle El Paso, making plenty of chunky salsa. Okay. Alright, now we can go back around this way and circuitously, if my phone will stop turning itself off like a lemon, we can make our way around. I just need to know what time it is so I can keep track of how long I've been recording. As I said, more herds of manticores.
That skill's not ready.
I'm pretty sure it's manticores. You would say herd of manticores, not herd of manticore. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure you'd put the S on that.
That skill's not ready.
Manticore. Also, I just want to point out how wicked their tails look. Like, that's way beyond just a scorpion. Ah! Randomly Briarthorn horrors. Okay. You would think these things would compete with one another for resources. Like, that they wouldn't just be chill. Briarthorn horrors and Manticore or something. kind of like bears and wolves. Like, they wouldn't get along. Or like lions and hyenas. They would be competitors, not not homies. They wouldn't just be chilling, waiting for some idiot adventurer to walk by to jump it. Like, they're just having their normal weekly meeting. The Briarthorn Horror and Manticore meetup group. There's Mogara, the Prime Matriarch. We want to get her buddies over near us first because she does a ton of damage and she's super fast.
Do that yet.
She is definitely going to kill me at least once.
That skill's not
Okay. Okay, I think we've almost got her. Yeah, okay, that's all of her pals dead. That tail swipe is super nasty. We just gotta keep dodging, baiting and dodging, especially the tail swipe. Just keep dodging, just keep baiting and dodging. Keep baiting and dodging. There we go. Okay. Okay. Mogara slain. Excellent. Now then, we just gotta... Oh, crud. Well, I guess I'm glad that I'm over here now to get the rest of the map filled in. There we go. Now, I want to kind of explain, if I haven't already, that I like doing the filling the map in, not just because it makes the map look pretty, but also because it means that you've essentially drained the entire area of experience. And loot. Well, you've fully plumbed the area for what it's worth. And also, look at how large this area is. This is all optional, by the way. Like, just to remind you, this is a completely optional area. Again, as I said earlier in this recording session, it is a completely optional area in the direct sense, in that you do not need to finish it to beat the game. There are at least 2 devotion shrines, which are incredibly important upgrades pertinent to every character. So, optional in, again, the direct sense, in that you don't have to do it, but you really, really, really should. If you know about it, of course. Like, if you don't know about it, then obviously it's completely optional because you didn't know about it. It's not a big deal. Now, one thing I'm wary of, I'll just clear out that much of the map. Well, I guess I'll clear out this little area up ahead. One thing I'm wary of, and it'll make more sense in a moment. In a couple moments, you know, in a bit. Yes, okay, it's this. This kind of thing right here is not knowing where a big mob of enemies are because of tree cover. Especially the Stone Clan warriors, because like I said, they can do like half of my guy's health for reasons unknown in a single hit at seemingly random. Okay, here's a cave entrance. This is probably the like main reason to go here. So before we do that, I want to get... I mean, other than the devotion shrines, I want to get back to the Pine Barrens camp and tell that guy that we killed Mogara. How goes the hunt? Mogara lies dead. Impressive. That beast put one of my men out of commission for a week. Your iron is promised. Now, if you're willing, I've got more work for a capable hunter such as yourself. What do you need done? You have proven yourself against Mogara. I'll give you that, but there are far greater threats still out there. A great spider the farmers call Ungoliax the Gloomweaver. Where do they come up with these names? Has her lair in a cavern somewhere within the shaded basin to the south. Her spawn crawl out of the darkest places of the world in order to terrorize the locals and gather food for their ravenous queen. This must end. Destroy the Spider Queen, and I will see that you are rewarded with iron bits. I will find this Gloomweaver with a ridiculously overtuned name. Like, Ungoliax. Where did that come from? Like, no, really, where did Ungoliax come from, guys? I'm not talking about the devs. Like, obviously, no shame for naming something like that in your game. I'm just saying, like, in the world, where did the farmers come up with that name, right? Anyway, just gonna sell all this stuff as usual. I'll take one look at that rifle, though. Okay. Selling all this crud. Okay. I'll keep this. Hook it down here with the others. The stash of like components is getting a little silly. But hey, there's not really much we can do about that. Anyway, we should be able to clear out the rest of the Pine Barrens and then get the Devotion Shrine in the next area after this. And we should be set. Now, the Gloomweaver is... Oh, yeah. I guess this is another instance of the caves. I forgot about this. But the Gloomweaver is... particular. It's a part. Oh, and you can see there's another shrine here too. That's one of the two shrines we're coming down here to get. So our mission is like half complete. Oh, those blood mages. I was gonna say, I'm about dead already. Yeah, that's what I need in my face, is a giant wall of stats. Okay, come on. Get this stuff up off the floor. So it's not an optical hazard. Look at all those dead spiders. Wow. Goodness. What a sight. You always gotta be ready for spiders to just drop from the ceiling. In real life too. Like, you just need to be always ready for that, regardless of context. Like so. Yeah. It could happen to you. It could be happening right now behind you and you wouldn't know. Would you be ready if that happened? I would. Won't catch me sleeping on that. And when it happens, would you remain calm? I would. You gotta be ready to remain calm in case of a mass drop of spiders in your immediate area. No one else is gonna keep you calm. If you ever end up randomly covered in spiders and you're not calm, it's gonna be a lot worse. You think it's bad whenever you're panicked, like you think it's bad when you're calm. It's way worse when you're panicking. I know this because I've watched Fear Factor. I'm kidding. The actual reason why it would be way worse is because, you know, flailing around is often what gets you bitten by stuff. By the way, that's some serious potent venom. I like how my guy was trying to shoot at the ceiling. The auto-aiming is, like, actually irritating me here, but I guess I can just barrel stuff her. Okay, I gotta back out of that engagement. Woo! And I'm down. Ugh. I made that noise because I saw it coming a hair in time before it happened. I saw it coming. I saw it coming. And I knew it. As soon as I saw that thing rear back, I was like... Everything in me clenched. Every sphincter from my teeth to my rear end clenched. Oh, man. And of course, some spiders respawn, because they are the local janitorial service, and just assume that it's their time to come in and clean the place whenever you're absent. I wonder if that's a veteran-only thing, by the way. I'm not sure. Youch! These little blighters do a lot of damage.
Skill's not ready.
Bang, 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 bang. It's just the staccato of the freaking gun, man. I wonder if it regained a lot of health. If it did, I'm not going to be happy about that. Okay, it didn't. Well, I mean, it regained like 20 grand, it looks like, but that's fine. Yo, I'm not getting trapped in the corner again. Come on, potion economy, there we go, there we go. I think I'm still dead, though. Okay, I'm not. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Now, we still have to fight through, you know, the ruined shrine, but that's, that just is what it is. Oh, this isn't a fight. Okay, great. Excellent. So we're almost at... I mean, obviously I want to take the one that gives more attack speed. But we're almost at having the Hydra done, which is excellent. Like, fantastic, even. We're not going to be quite there yet, but remember that once we get the Hydra done, we get, effectively, a refund. So, you know. And speaking of things effective, I kind of want to fill out the map here, I kind of don't. But I'll do it anyway. The recording might get, like, this final portion of this recording session might go a little long, but that's fine. Look at all those spiders. And those grubs. Again, two things you wouldn't think would be in a mutualist relationship, but whatever. Ah, my ear. If nothing else, I think this will get a level up. Which, like I said, I think I'm just going to tip Escondra's Elemental Exchange over into the realm of being fully maxed out. Like, just being maxed out. Oh, hey! We're at a different cave entrance. That's interesting. Okay, so the cave that we're looking for old Bloodbriar is around here somewhere. Excellent, let's go ahead and get this basically up all the way. So that will plus 100% elemental damage, right? Now, if this is working the way that I'm thinking it will, what that means is that 33% is effectively 66%. Now what I'm going to do is put one more point into the Arcanist side of it, which is manifestation, so that we're doing 43% of our physical damage as elemental damage. Now the reason why, it's... Look, it's a bit dim percentage doohickery, but the idea is that we will have a ton of physical damage either way, right? So with a ton of physical damage either way being what's going on, if we turn 43% of that into elemental and then double it, right? You get the idea? So we're converting 43% to get an additional 43% damage of a lot of damage that we're going to be doing anyway. With the gist essentially being that I want to hike up over elemental resistances while still having enough physical resistance to, like, really hammer home a punch with the rifle itself. Essentially shooting a giant rainbow pain nuke at anything stupid enough to remain in front of our plucky hero, One Button Man, once things kind of all start coming together for his build. Now the other thing is, if we look here for Spirit, bonus magical damage. Yeah. Now we still want Cunning, mainly because we have stuff that will upgrade Physique and Spirit, right? So damage per second. We've got a lot. We're getting good crit percentages too. Guess I'll fill out this side of the map. Now the thing is, we're going to... Oh, hey there. Rhyme Bark.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, that is Rhyme Bark down. Interesting. Icy Bark, aka Cold Dog. Okay, so this guy's cave's gotta be like here, yeah? Rude? Who just goes around shooting people? I want to know anything about that. What uncouth behavior. Oh, yeah, his cave's probably over there, okay. Well, still glad I cleared out the map on this end. Now, this is another thing that I know for a fact this moves around. Old Bloodbrier's cave, depending on the map gen. This is something that I know for a fact will differ between whenever you do a playthrough. Like where it's located on the map, I mean. Ah, my ear wants to pop and it won't again. What are the chances that that's happened twice during a Let's Play? Of the same, like, the same run of the same game. Okay, come on. Like, is this it? I guess it's just unmarked, okay. Well, I'll leave the portal here. Yeah, Bloodbrier's lair, sure enough. Ah, there we go, my ear popped, excellent. Look at that. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Alrighty. Oof. Okay. Just a little bit more. I just can't wait till I get the stuff on this guy fully going. Because it's going to be glorious. Whenever he's doing stupendous amounts of damage, physical and elemental alike. And the spirit percent stuff is coming through. Because if I remember right on Arcanist, this is... Yeah, 3+3% spirit, that's stupendous. That's gonna do a lot for how much damage this guy's doing with, I think, elemental, yeah. I'm like in my head, I'm pretty sure that plus magical damage from spirit is talking about frost, cold, lightning. Maybe even aether, but I don't think so. I think it's just frost, lightning, cold. But still, the point is that that's going to do a lot.
Can't do that.
I mean, you're seeing just how quickly we're tearing down his health. Like, good grief. And by the way, if I remember right, this is kind of a goofy thing, but there's an exit. Yeah, this exit right here just takes you to the other cave. And since we've already been through the other cave, we really shouldn't take that because it may or may not put us further away from where we want to go. So we'll just take the normal way out. Just the way that we came in. But yeah, we just tore down Bloodbrier's health, and he's not exactly, that's not exactly a boss with a small health pool, especially on veteran. So that kind of helps put into perspective just how much more damage we're doing already with the upgrades to Escondra's Elemental Exchange. But what really, like I said, will kick it off is getting that extra 10% from the Arcanist so that we've got a 43-57 split. And that plus the doubler on Escandras, plus starting to put starting to pump points into the plus percent spirit. Like if we get plus 10% spirit, that would be pretty good. Right? That's 40 spirit. But to crank that up to where it's 30, to just get a flat for now, like plus 120 spirit wouldn't be bad. The delicate thing is making sure that we have enough cunning, because we don't really have a good way to increase that, I don't think. Yeah, we just have plus percent physique, which isn't really that big of a deal because we have veterancy, which we will eventually max, probably. So veterancy will kind of cover for the physique side of things as far as requirements go.
Can't do that yet.
We want spirit just for the damage that it gives. Now, Tyrant's Hold, we're not going to be finishing this area out. We're just here for the Devotion Shrine. And my stomach is giving me guff. Yep. Yep, there's a tombstone here that you can shoot. I'm not sure what it does, but like I said, there's another devotion shrine. This will give us one of the 2 less impressive upgrades in the Hydra. Now, what excites me about finishing the Hydra is that I don't think there is a single other entity that we want, as far as I'm aware. Like, there isn't a single other constellation that we want that takes, like, we don't need order, I think. But like I said, we'll be doing a deep dive look into that whenever we finish the Hydra, and then I'll be taking a scant view at what lies potentially ahead in that direction. I might just clear out the map, sort of, but we're not going into Tyrant's Hold. Tyrant's Hold is a dungeon that has an optional quest that I just don't feel like dealing with right now because of the dirtbags, and it's probably like Zarthuzalan, a quest that we will be dealing with later. I don't know what that hitching is about, but just letting you know that's not your computer. For some reason that continues to happen, I don't know why. Just like my phone turning itself off. Oh, and yeah, that's partly why is that this leads to the Arcovian Docks area, which is full of more undead. And if I remember right, there's stuff back there, but heck if I remember if there's anything important. I want to say desperately that there is no, like, devotion shrine or anything. I mean, look at this. This is miserable. This is just a welcome crew, man. And regenerating. They're regenerating. Now that's really good damage. But yeah, they are regenerating, and that is annoying. Yeah, like I said, I don't think there's anything important back here. Like, devotion shrine level important. But seeing as it looks like we're not dealing with just undead. Bloodstained notes. Yeah, okay. I mean, honestly, I'm just kind of doing this because why not? And also, I don't think I've done this in a very long time, and I don't actually remember what's in the Arcovian docks. Again, I'm almost certain that there's no, like, devotion shrine here. I just don't remember what is here, if anything. So I might as well clear out as much of the map as possible. I wish I could just shoot straight, yeah. Okay, man, I just want to keep shooting in that direction. Holy crap! Ew. Of course it just spawns more skeletal priests, because why wouldn't it? Repair the old bridge! Repair the bridge to Old Arcovia. Okay, that's what's here. I didn't know you could do that. I guess I just completely forgot that you could make a shortcut. Well, that's cool. I guess that was worth showing. I guess. I kind of question the wisdom of repairing this bridge. But hey, it makes for good XP, so... Now, if you'll remember, yeah, thanks. But if you'll remember, the Cronley boys were back there, so maybe the skeletons got hung up trying to deal with them. That'd be pretty rad. Let me try shooting just at him. There we go. Just make sure the skeleton priests die. There any more skeletal priests? Yes, because of course there are. If I just weave my way, duck and weave. Take out those stupid priests. Ooh, I shouldn't have ran back this way. I am a dead guy if I don't get out of there. Okay. Okay, mouse control so that I make the pierce shots count. the heck? I guess that guy threw a frost bolt at me. That's okay. Ah! That's not. Okay. Ah, stupid priests. There we go. There's another freaking skeleton priest. That's like, what, 10 of them in this small stretch of area so far? Almost done, finally, I think. Managing the tactical nightmare that is taking on an entire high-level horde of undead. Okay, is that it? Let's see what this is. The scale strike balance. Yeah, so through that you can kind of get the idea that I mean, that's kind of cool. You don't often get the perspective of the undead, right? Like, what it's like to slowly turn into a spooky skeleton. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad. Like, you just sort of stop thinking. It's like, yeah. You know, there's a lot of people nowadays who would really love to have that capacity to just turn it all off, right? Especially when trying to get to bed. I mean, I don't have that problem, but I understand a lot of people do. But I mean, you'd think they would be a lot more calm if they just don't have anything going on in their bony head. I'm just saying, like, if you have just stillness in your mind, you'd think it would be a calm thing. Not a you want to kill everything that's mortal kind of thing. I see that chowderhead top right. That's a dual pistol Inquisitor Aether guy. Holy crap! Good grief. Well, I'm glad they're going after him. They might actually be able to kill him if I let them have that skeletal priest, but I don't know now that I think about it. That dude's pretty strong. That, like, Inquisitor spread fire is stupidly powerful. Case in point, like, if you look at my health bar whenever he hits me with that crap. Ugh. This is like the Dark Samus of this game. It's like Dark Hydrate. Yeah, it's like the... What is it called from Metroid? The... Yeah. What is that stuff called? I forget. How can I forget what that stuff's called? Phazon! That's it. This is like the Phazon version of Hydrate. Like the Phazon corrupted version of Hydrate as a character. Ouch! Ah.
I can't do that yet.
That's pretty unfair that he gets his triggered like every shot. I mean, at least the Inquisitor has to roll for it. This guy just gets it. What the heck? Anyway, yeah, I think that's enough of this.
I can't do that.
We can't take that guy on in a fair fight, so let's not bother trying. We've seen what we need to see, and this recording session, comparatively short though it is, needs to come to a close. We got the Pine Barrens for more or less, we've got them done. Old Bloodbriars no more, well done, the death of that horrid beast, yada yada. The Gloomweaver is no more. You are efficient, I like it. You would do well in the death marks. I've got your iron bits right here in one last mission if you're up for it. Well, what do you need? Bloodfeast the Ruthless is a vicious Drangul that has driven the local Grobles into a frenzy. With Drangul rallying them under a single banner, the Grobles are becoming a serious threat to the region that cannot be ignored. If you slay Bloodfeast, then the Grobles should scatter and return to the tribal groups. Bloodfeast makes his home in a nearby ruined fort known as Tyrant's Hold to the east. Slay him and I will provide you with some of the rare materials we have gathered on our hunts. I will slay Bloodfeast way later into the game. What we're actually going to do right now is go back to Homestead. I'm not sure if the game will start us here whenever I get back, but we're going to exit the main menu. Yes. And that'll be it for this session. I'll probably have Hydrate a little bit further by the time we get back. Now, if you're wondering why is One Button Man level 43 and Hydrate's only level 46, the thing is that One Button Man's a lot better at killing stuff than Hydrate is. So Hydrate has kind of been skipping a lot of quests. Like how I play that character, I've had him skip a lot of quests. Yeah, he's just kind of zooming through the game. So One Button Man is probably going to end the game at more level, like a few levels higher than Hydrate. And I think once I get to the end of the normal campaign with Hydrate, I'm just going to shelve him and play him whenever. You know, like as just a normal character. One Button Man will essentially be way ahead of him. Just, again, by the nature of what Hydrate's kit is. Like, he takes a lot more work and a lot more patience for a lot of the fights. So with that said, take it easy. I'll be back in the next recording session, whenever that is. Now remember, please, to go check out, link in the description below, my other channel. I'll have that, like, multi-hour graphing Principia, the finale for the 2-star set of theorems up sometime, however long. I mean, I will definitely have it up by the time this goes live, because, you know, so whatever, go check that out. Go check out my Logic Mysticism channel for me talking about logic and going over Principia Mathematica, talking about my book, all the other stuff that's on that channel. Buy my book if it sounds interesting to you, The Philosopher's Map. Definitely do that. Yeah,